Well, certainly a perfect day in San Diego for all the Easter egg hunts out there.
Yes, and the Easter Bunny did not disappoint. At the Bahia Resort in Mission Bay, kids got a chance to visit with the Easter Bunny and search for treats. The resort held 4 different Easter egg hunts today to make sure that no one missed out on the fun. Local Easter festivities blanketed Mission Beach today, where there were plenty of Easter eggs to go around.
I like hunting for Easter eggs. Sometimes you get candy and toys inside them.
The Easter Bunny also paid a visit to the Bahia Resort's annual Easter egg hunt today, and he didn't disappoint. Kids in attendance actually had their choice of 4 different egg hunts. Plus, they got to hang out with the Easter Bunny himself.
Boys and girls, remember how we were adding definition to our flowers? We're going to do the same thing for our heart.
With a dab of innate creativity and help from parent volunteers, these students are expressing their artistic abilities.
We draw them with paint and crayons.
Art Corps is a comprehensive fine arts curriculum taught by parent volunteers.
The parents actually have an outside person who comes in to train them to teach the classes for every classroom here at the school.
Look at how cool this one is.
Volunteers like Maria Edwards introduce artistic concepts like shapes, color, and texture.
It's fun. They love to draw, they love to paint, they love texture, they love playing with all the different mediums that we use.
Children are encouraged to experiment, take chances, and express their own creative ideas.
I like coloring and painting.
Classroom teachers are expressing themselves as well.
And the best part of it is we get to do it too.
But it's the students' work that's capturing everyone's attention.
Kindergarten. Isn't that beautiful? That's Kylie's. Isn't that lovely?
Oh my gosh, I see kids do things I never thought they could do.
According to educators, the program costs nearly $8,000 per year and is completely funded by the PTA, a precious gift during these tough economic times.
It takes a lot to run a school and to be able to provide the extras that kids need. They not only need academics, but they also need the arts in the school. So this was a way that we could have a program that meets the needs of every child and gets to every child in the school.
And inspires their artistic passions.
Mourning the Pope, as thousands pay their respects to a beloved leader and cardinals make plans to choose a new pope, one Las Vegas woman gets ready to witness history.
Our timing might just be pretty accurate there. Wouldn't that be just an experience?
A foster mom is arrested after a 14-month-old baby in her care dies. Why this mom is held to a higher standard.
Strip club secrets. A former bouncer tells all. What he says about a former county commissioner and his ties to organized crime.
This is News 3 at 6.
Tonight, a News 3 exclusive. A local teenager targeted by a bully.
He said, oh, I got guns for people like you. And I was like, okay, whatever.
He talks for the first time about the threats, the fights, and why the other boy was arrested at school.
Mayor Oscar Goodman waging a war of words with a local journalist.
People shouldn't be allowed to say that they made a stupid mistake when they get behind the wheel drunk.
Hear the mayor's attack and the response from columnist John Ralston.
And mourners from around the world gather for one last glimpse of Pope John Paul II. Tonight, the Vatican is releasing new details about his funeral, what he'll be wearing, and why he'll be buried in 3 coffins.
This is News 3 Nightside.
Hip-hop has become one of the most profitable and popular genres of music around, but some say that MTV big record deals and huge profits have stolen the soul out of hip-hop. Our Pete Fuentes looks into the local hip-hop scene to find out what the real deal really is. Pete.
Esther, this year alone, commercial rap and hip-hop sales are expected to pass the $200 million mark. While those numbers speak well nationally, some believe the only way to find real hip-hop in San Diego is to go underground.
We look to the beat, that's about it.
It's on the charts.
Black is black, whack MCs get smacked.
In your face.
When they hunted, I can't rap.
Eminem, because white boy rappers can dance.
And on your nerves.
I don't like it much.
I think it does nothing for kids.
We don't like rap music.
Driven by sex, violence, and money.
The feds came through, can't stop the clock.
Rap and R&B outsells everything else on the planet.
Lovely came through in a Bentley drop. Taking it straight to big man on campus.
Its influence on young people is just as dominating.
The clothes I wear, the music I listen to, sort of the way I talk.
Gang-style killings, domestic disputes, and arrests only seem to give rappers more star power.
That's the myth that American youth wants to buy.
Troy Johnson is editor of a San Diego music magazine called Slam.
You're talking about white suburban kids who love hip-hop nowadays. And they can't relate to that real inner city life where you're living on welfare, where you've been disenfranchised, where you've got a small community of people who understand you. If they can't relate to it, then make it grandiose. Add guns, add fire, add pyrotechnics, and add a sense of danger, a sense of fantasy, really.
Now when they step on the set, they say he did that.
What everybody thinks is hip-hop is what they see on MTV. What they took is all the popular stuff, all the things that they could make money out of, sucked it out of hip-hop and made hip-hop.
It's not about the money when it comes down to the realness of true hip-hop.
What is real here in San Diego, it's a different type of vibe.
They call themselves San Diego's hip-hop underground. They say hip-hop has become too commercialized and violent, giving their form of rap a bad rap.
Like club owners, they need to realize that not every event that goes on at their club is going to be a problem.
Unlike many cities its size, San Diego's urban sprawl hasn't created a huge hip-hop community.
And there's no center of San Diego hip-hop.
It drove local rapper J.O. Felony to New York, where he became a platinum-selling artist.
And I knew to be exposed in what I was trying to do, I had to go where the market was acceptable to what I was doing. So hip-hop, L.A. and New York is the main two spots, where you can be discovered at. So that's what I did.
San Diego is a very conservative town. San Diego is more so run by a white community.
44 Freaky Friday!
Z90 is definitely an extension of that conservatism.
There's not a hip-hop station here.
The criticism is aimed at Z90's radio station policy.
This is our production studio.
Z90 bans certain songs and edits out controversial lyrics.
Politics and bullshit got me hectic. Let me show y'all new rappers how to do a posse record.
Gang warrior fastness of this pro. You're the word gang. Let's say we don't want the word gang in it.
Due to the graphic gang warrior fastness.
So I would go back to the word gang, and what I'll do is I'll come and basically flip it over.
Due to the graphic gang warrior fastness of this.
Kind of cool, huh?
Not for hip-hop purists.
When you truncate anything that's creative, you take the essence out of it.
By editing a song, maybe for the own safety of our own children, that's very important. Anybody ever say, man, you guys are selling out, you're not guys? Oh, in the beginning, yes. Of course. But when you have a family to feed, you have a kid, it's a little bit different now,
And in hip-hop circles, San Diego is also a bit different, but some say not for long.
I got all the support, all the hip-hop artists out there backing me, and we're going to keep it cracking, and we're going to blow it up, blow the spot up, get the mayor mad right quick.
Absolutely. We set out to identify and examine the hip-hop culture in San Diego. Hip-hop, its rap music and lifestyle is thriving locally, but San Diego is not in L.A. or New York. Keeping it real in San Diego for now means staying underground where the true hip-hop culture lives.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. There are few answers tonight about what's making dozens of tourists sick at a casino on the Las Vegas Strip.
Since last week, dozens of guests and employees at the Flamingo have come down with a flu-like illness. The outbreak is not just an inconvenience for the hotel, but obviously for guests missing out on their vacations.
I know the bride last night got sick. We have a girl that's pregnant, 3 months pregnant. She got sick and was throwing up. People who had to leave last night at noon, right as they were leaving, threw up in the hallway.
In from Pittsburgh for a wedding, Joseph Guiney and his wife never expected they and the wedding party would get sick after staying at the Flamingo Hotel. Guiney says he didn't even know there was an outbreak until he heard it on News 3.
I heard about it from your channel. I was watching TV the other day in the room, and I was feeling sick. That's when I got sick. It was yesterday. And it came on that there's a problem with the Flamingo. And I'm like, oh my God, because I didn't know what was wrong. I just thought I'm catching something.
I checked in last night. Well, very late last night.
As we were doing the interview, another guest staying at the Flamingo walked up and asked us questions about the mysterious illness. They say the hotel isn't giving them enough information about the outbreak.
No one has called to say, how are you? How do you feel or anything? So it's happening and you don't know what's happening.
Guiney says he immediately went to a clinic, but says the main problem is the hotel and doctors aren't getting to the root of the problem.
I was just given medication, so there was no test, no nothing. They took my blood pressure and my temperature, so that was the only test they did.
All schools want to keep kids safe, and at least one junior high is recruiting some on-campus help to maintain the peace. In tonight's Kids First, we dig deeper into why this school's approach has been successful and whether more schools will get that support.
Shots fired in the gym area.
They are images we can never forget. Violence followed by grief.
All violence started out as a smaller conflict.
Kristen Ulrich trains mediators to control conflicts on campus.
For every mediation that we do, I personally feel anyways that was one violent situation that we avoided. If the door is closed and that the sign is up, mediation in progress, then they know not to open the door and come in.
The mediators may not be who you'd expect.
They can talk to us and they don't exactly get as nervous as they could with deans.
Stephanie is one of 45 junior high students trained to help others.
Instead of having it turn into physical fighting or children bringing weapons to school, we can solve the problem before it starts.
2 mediators sit with students in a private room, working out solutions to a variety of problems.
Harassment and fighting, name calling.
When it's time to mediate, the serious faces go on and they do their job.
Students can go to the dean if there's still a problem, but Kristen says that's rare. She's not only keeping her halls safe for today, but also building a better future for these kids.
The skills that they're using to manage themselves just as people when they're mediators can't help but benefit them when they get into high school.
And we should point out students still have to go to the dean if they get in trouble for something serious, but everything shared in mediation is confidential unless someone is in danger. Kristen started the program at Brown 7 years ago. She's now working to help other schools start their own peer mediation groups.
It's the sound many of us dread, but for this room full of patients, that sound and this technology is the key to eliminating pain.
I had ear pain in my right ear that never went away. I had neck and jaw pain as well as shoulder pain.
Pain that went away when Linda Shanick's doctor repositioned her jaw.
I was fitted with an orthotic. The orthotic was a miracle. In 2 days, the ear pain was gone. My shoulder straightened out.
Shanick and her doctor are from Wisconsin. Paul Kitzmiller and his from Ohio. The dentists come with their patients from all over the world to learn how to do full mouth restoration, a process that leaves a beautiful smile, but more importantly, eliminates pain.
I was experiencing very severe migraines, 3 to 4 a month, where I would have to leave work and go home in a dark room and just check out for a couple of hours.
Dr. William Dickerson is the founder of LVI, which offers dentists advanced training, including this full mouth restoration.
Very few dentists can do it. It's not taught in dental school. In fact, really, this is the only place in the world that you can get this kind of training.
In layman's terms, these doctors are learning how to find the perfect position for the lower jaw. Since we close our mouths 3,000 times a day to chew, talk, swallow, Dr. Dickerson explains stressed muscles from a bad bite lead to a lot of pain.
By finding the position where the muscles want to be, and then restoring the teeth in that position, you can eliminate headaches, neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, migraines, facial pain, even ringing in the ears and vertigo.
Are you surprised that something as simple as sort of realigning your jaw could actually give you migraine relief?
I'm amazed.
It answered all my prayers.
time for the evolution of hip hop.
Nobody can defeat the sun oracle, hold the receptor meticulously. I can read no one to be sick, see with no validity. Who becomes the center of stupidity? Time to get rid of the asinine on wax, clashing with the beat mostly continuously. Throughout the song, overpowered by the track and stabilized. Like a crystal addict mesmerized, where fakes get chastised and vaporized to the reals whom you lie.
Various style patterns connect like polyhedrons of fake. The angular, complicated arrangements of vocabulary strangler. The essence is blessed when skills overtake the fake.
I'm not just a graffiti artist, that pretty much limits you right there. You do graffiti art, that's all you do is graffiti art. I'm an artist, period.
What it's done for me, graffiti, really it gave me a sense of being. I mean, without it, I wouldn't know what I am. I mean, I know I'll be an artist anyway, but like I really truly knew what I was gonna do when I saw graffiti. That's it, that's me, you know? I mean, I've seen other things that appeal to me, but this is just it. Because there was nothing like it, you know? I mean, graffiti was like, it's like the truest thing, you know? Like, it's truly American.
Inspiration now comes from outside of the culture as far as like other artworks, including like Petty, Boris Vallejo, Frazetta, Baudet, Picasso, just anything that's totally outside of the culture, that's basically my influences. And then I take it and I put it into my own artwork, my own style.
Music is for us to share. So throw your hands in the air. My brothers and sisters, it's time to show that we care. Racism, let it go. So peace and love can flow forever and ever. I've got that feeling.